Evening, everyone. Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jill Gilardi hosting this evening, but we will see Wes a little bit later on. And of course, the big story is going to be that transition to the weather pattern. So we've been talking about that. You probably saw some alerts on the First Alert Weather app. And so that will be the big story as we go through, especially the next 24 hours. So let's get to showing you the full screen of the radar. And you can see that we do have these showers and thunderstorms. A lot of it is centered down towards Montgomery and along the Gulf Coast, but we've seen a few showers and storms manage to make it in across East Alabama especially. So we've seen some heavy downpours, maybe a little breezy condition from here or there. And again, we're still seeing most of that action right where we anticipated today, east of I-65. Again, still tracking a few heavy downpours. You can see some of that activity just north of Anniston. So First Alert, a little heavy downpour for you. As we go a little bit farther to the south, we have south of Ashland these showers. Again, everything is moving off towards the westward time. So you're probably like, well, how does that happen? Usually we have things moving from west to east. Well, it takes the low pressures in that center of it to be such that we get that counterclockwise flow. So that would mean everything would be moving in from an easterly direction. So again, we're seeing those downpours across Coosa County as well. As we look a little bit farther to the west, a lot of this is kind of petering out. You might get a brief sprinkle, but really that greater chance over the next couple of hours will persist off towards the east. So there you have it, about 20% coverage going through the next few hours. Birmingham, then you get into Anniston and Talladega area. That's where the coverage will be in that 30 to 40% range. So again, the data is lining up exactly with what's happening right now. Tomorrow, as you can see, a completely different scenario. We're going to have rounds of rain and storms. The coverage is going to be pretty high. So at some point during the day, there's a pretty good chance you're going to see some rain. I mean, it's not an all-day rain for us. Just means that there's a pretty good chance we'll have a passing shower or thunderstorm, or you might have multiple rounds, and that's what we have to watch out for in terms of that threat for flooding, which will be a part of the mix for maybe localized areas. So active weather pattern returns. We're going to be talking about, again, that disturbance, a low pressure system down to our south. That is going to be shifting northward. And again, we talked about that counterclockwise flow. So again, everything would be coming in from a southeasterly direction. And we start off tomorrow morning. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot in the morning hours, but look at that. By 1 o'clock, you can see that blossoming effect. Showers and thunderstorms will be developing, and then the coverage will continue to increase after that. We're talking about during the 7 o'clock time frame, and here's why a lot of those high school football games were shifted to tonight, because there's a pretty good chance that you're going to see some rain and thunderstorms during the evening hours tomorrow, even tomorrow night. As we get into Saturday morning, however, as that low lifts northward, well, guess what? The greater rain chance will as well. But we're still going to be in a flow as we get into the weekend, that we will still see some pop-ups. I do think tomorrow will be the day that we see the greatest coverage, but there'll still be some showers and storms in the forecast as we get into Saturday. There you can see during the afternoon Saturday, some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be developing. So definitely pay attention to any alerts you might get through the WBRC First Alert Weather app, especially if you have outdoor plans. So again, more of the same kind of on Sunday as well. So here's what we're going to be tracking. We're going to be talking about, again, a few showers this evening, rounds of rain and storms though tomorrow. And we showed you that future radar, and then scattered activity over the weekend is anticipated. So again, we'll have a few days of some inclement weather, and then some changes going into next week. So there's a lot we're going to be talking about this evening, including maybe some drier air coming in. What else is going to be coming up? Well, we have Matt that's going to be talking about the drought and rainfall, an update on that. We have California heat wave. We talked to Fred Hunter. He's up at Kelly's Garden in Coleman. And of course, I'll be taking you beyond the 7-day. All this coming up after this break. Stay with us.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
And being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
Getting to the bottom of health and billing issues that may be hidden in the fine print.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. the only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective with the largest team dedicated to you, showing new stories from overnight, helping you get through your day. With First Alert weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time, these are your mornings. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When moments turn severe, how do you find clarity?
This is your First Alert from the WBRC Fox 6 weather team. We're with you as we prepare for this threat.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the First Alert wherever you are. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert weather team. Live, new, and on your side, beginning at 9 p.m. In a day filled with clutter and noise, WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else. With new updates, live and on the scene, answers for your money and your livelihood, with 6 on Your Side investigates. And your First Alert for the hours and days ahead with the WBRC First Alert weather team. On your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
All right, welcome back everyone to First Alert Weather Extra. And again, we have lots we're going to be talking about, and we're going to be talking about every Thursday the update on the drought situation. And for more on that, we send it over to meteorologist Matt Daniel.
All right, happy Thursday, of course. We get the latest updates from the Drought Monitor. I want to give you an update across the country, what's going on with rainfall, drought, fire, smoke, all the above. And over the past 5 days, it's very obvious who's been seeing the rain and who hasn't. We've got lots of rain all across the eastern half of the country, heavy rain along the coast of Texas and into the northeast. And we've had some rain as well over the past several days. It's been very dry across the western United States, a dome of high pressure producing extreme heat. If you were watching Extra yesterday, I was talking about all the record-breaking heat in that region. Of course, the latest drought monitor showing the drought continuing for the western half of the country. The eastern half looking pretty good. The southeast not bad at all. In fact, as we zoom in to the south and east, just some abnormally dry conditions in parts of northwest Alabama, even a little bit of a moderate drought in parts of northeastern parts of Mississippi. But here locally, we are looking pretty good as we go into a stretch of what should be our driest months of the year. Now, we've had a lot of wildfires, a lot of smoke across the Pacific Northwest. Where you start seeing those dark grays, that's showing very thick smoke across the north, and that's spreading towards the plains. And even a little bit of light smoke showing up in parts of Mississippi, even in the far northwestern parts of our state. And of course, that flow of the weather pattern, if we start seeing a lot of northwesterly wind, sometimes you can get some of that smoke to move into the south and east. So that's why we always watch the smoke across the country. And they have a lot of wildfires, lots of smoke, so the air quality is pretty bad up across Billings and into the Dakotas. But other than that, we will continue to monitor that wildfire smoke. Here closer to home, the average rainfall for September, these numbers start to lower a little bit because September and October, traditionally some of our driest months of the year. Now, we've already recorded almost 2 inches of rain here in Birmingham. Tuscaloosa, a little over an inch and a quarter, and almost 1.5 inches in Anniston. So we're already halfway there. We have several days of rain. And then, of course, as we go into next week, we're looking at relatively dry conditions. But I will note tomorrow, and I know we've been talking about it all day today and on Weather Extra, that rain looking pretty likely tomorrow. And there will be a chance that flooding could be a concern. This is the excessive rain outlook for tomorrow, that yellow indicating a small risk. If you start seeing reds or purples, that's indicating a very high chance you're going to see some very heavy rainfall and flooding. So we're not seeing that here, but something to monitor going into tomorrow. But here it is for that monthly average rainfall. October traditionally is our driest month of the year, so we'll see what happens over the next several days. Just take it easy, be safe, and of course monitor the WBRC First Alert weather app.
All right, we were talking about how the West Coast has been dealing with all kinds of things from extreme heat to drought. I mean, right now there are temperatures well over 100 degrees in California, so we're going to be talking about that. California heat wave is now in its 9th straight day and with no relief, at least until maybe tomorrow. The state's power companies are asking the public to conserve energy. They've been warning of rolling blackouts if energy use gets too high. Here's more on that.
California residents have been urged to unplug and conserve as the state energy grid is nearing dangerous levels and could force rotating blackouts.
The risk for outages is real and it's immediate. Everyone has to do their part to help step up for just a few more days.
The California Independent System Operator is asking that homes be set at temperatures of 78 degrees or more, even as a punishing heat wave grips the West.
California is overly reliant on solar, and everyone in California is about to have to pay the price for that.
The energy crisis putting a real focus on efforts to move away from traditional energy supplies like fossil fuels. California's leaders have been at the forefront of green initiatives.
They're pushing to get rid of a reliable, cheap source of energy when they don't have a replacement yet.
Adding to energy concerns, Russian President Vladimir Putin threatened to cut off energy supplies to Western countries if the European Union moves forward with a plan to cap prices.
We knew this was going to be part of the playbook in Russia weaponizing energy as they have been for the past several months, and so we will be prepared for this move.
Republicans allege President Biden's policies will make energy more expensive and less reliable.
When President Biden stood in the Rose Garden and said he would do whatever he could to lower the price at the pump and implicitly lower the cost of your utility bill, he told a lie.
All right, well, we're going to be switching gears and going back to Alabama, Coleman to be exact. You know, the weather has been full of surprises this summer with both triple-digit heat index values, that is, and flooding rain, but a little inclement weather can't stop one of the nation's top organic gardeners. Fred Hunter takes us to Coleman County for a visit to Kelly's Garden in tonight's Absolutely Alabama Weather Extra.
Well, we're here in the backyard garden. The Hayes family and Kelly Hayes and her garden are in line to maybe win a national contest for their backyard organic garden with the Mother Earth News and Johnny Appleseed organization. You want to vote for Kelly? It's Kelly Hayes on Instagram, Kelly Hayes 53098. Now, we talked with Kelly about some of the challenges she's faced because of the weather during the summer growing months.
We've had a pretty good summer here in the garden. I have the most difficult challenge is the largest tomato, because I have found that the way our weather pattern is, it seems like my tomatoes, before I could get them to a big size, would always crack before I could get them where I want them to be. And I think that it's because of just the moisture of being so hot and dry and then having a deluge. I think the tomatoes just couldn't handle that much moisture change in the environment. So I have found that the trick to growing tomatoes, what I call slicing tomatoes. You know, I want a tomato that one slice will take up, you know, the whole piece of bread. So I found that the way to get that in Alabama is drip tape. You really got to have consistent moisture. So during this contest this year, I ended up putting some drip tape around my tomatoes, and that really seems to help. I do garden year-round, and I've already got some of my broccoli starts, my Brussels sprout starts, lettuce starts in the ground, and then in my potting shed I have grow lights where I've got my turnip greens started and my Swiss chard. I really, in Alabama, love fall and winter gardening. We're pretty blessed that our growing season can almost be year-round. And to me, I kind of fell in love with fall gardening a couple of years ago because it's just not so hot. So we do. We have year-round, but I enjoy my fall gardening.
Well, it looks like Kelly has met a lot of the challenges that the weather has faced, just like a lot of backyard gardeners have this year. So again, don't forget, go to Instagram, Kelly Hayes 53098. Just give her a like there, and maybe she brings home another national championship for the state of Alabama.
All right, well, Love these stories, right? Especially the good ones. Fred is always great with providing them. We are going to be talking about after the break the forecast. We've got the Super 7-Day. Wes is in. I'll be going beyond the 7-Day, and then we're going to check in with Mickey as well. So stay with us.
Remodeling a shower or bath can be tricky with gas prices up and tight monthly budgets. Cost is a real concern, but West Shore Home is helping homeowners get the shower bath they need right now. I'm joined by Kirsten from West Shore Home. And Kirsten, tell us, how is West Shore making bath remodeling affordable?
So Joe, for folks who want to get their bath or shower project done right now, we have a very special offer. We know that monthly budgets are a little bit tight right now, which is why we wanted to make this offer available to everyone. If they give us a call, we have 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means they can get their shower or bath done now and not have to make a payment for 18 full months.
So you're saying people can get their new shower or bath installed right now and not have to worry about making any payments or paying any interest until 2024. That's really helpful.
Definitely. People love this plan because it allows them to be flexible with their finances.
Can we see some projects you've done recently?
Absolutely. So here's one where the homeowner wanted to replace their old fiberglass shower with something more new and modern. So we replaced it with a beautiful marble style shower with an easy low step entry and a beautiful shower door.
That is amazing. Perfect combination of safety and beauty.
It definitely is. So let's take a look at another one. These homeowners were struggling with mold and mildew from their old tile. They were tired of scrubbing. We were able to give them this beautiful new shower that is so much easier to clean. You can get a new shower or bath just like this when you call right now, and you won't have any interest or payments until 2024.
Kirsten, thanks so much. Folks, do not put off that shower or bath project any longer. West Shore Home is making it affordable to take care of that bath project right now. West Shore Home is extending this offer for 1 week only. Free installation on all shower and bath projects. And for a limited time, they're doing 18 months of flexible financing. That's no payments and no interest until early 2024. This is an offer you don't want to miss. Call the shower and bath experts at West Shore Home now.
All right, welcome back into First Alert Weather Extra as we check out AccuTrack radar. We have some spotty showers showing up out there, and yesterday the model data did a pretty good job showing where that rain would show up in areas south and east, and this is all that moisture is going to kind of wrap back in here overnight tonight into the day tomorrow. So it's possible that even late tonight, it would not surprise me at all if we had a rogue thunderstorm out there or a downpour that popped up, especially in the areas south and east. Here's some of the forecast data. You can certainly see more clouds moving in. It's very nice in many areas at the moment, very tranquil conditions, but you can see those clouds building in. Tomorrow morning, some indications, the first part of our Friday, we will catch a few breaks out there, so if you need to try to wrap some things up on the job site tomorrow, you may have some opportunities there Friday morning, but later in the day, you can see that big coverage of rain and possibility of some storms as well. And coming off of just a stormy setup in many areas this week, that has us concerned. There could be some trouble spots with respect to flooding, so we'll need to stay alert. The Weather Prediction Center, they handle the flood products or the flood outlooks, and they're suggesting that areas here across southwest counties in our coverage area will have the greater risk for some flash flooding, but area-wide we'll need to pay close attention there to the radar trends late tomorrow. But you get the picture here. There's 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Some indications we're just in for a cloudy, damp, dreary, rainy kind of setup there going into Friday night. This may break off to Saturday morning to more of a scattered coverage across the area, but Saturday's a day. There's still going to be some sprinkles, some showers around early in the day. We'll see that chance for heavier showers and storms increasing by Saturday afternoon. Notice the temperature's a little bit higher there with readings in the 80s. But here's what we're tracking. We got an upper level storm system back in here. You can see that big swirl. What you're looking at is the upper level flow pattern, and as that kind of lifts across the region, it's helping to bring in a lot of this moisture. Once again, we're talking about warm, humid, tropical, moist environment. Those precipitable waters really ramping up in the atmosphere. That's going to fuel those heavier downpours and just a soggy setup. And unfortunately, you know, in an event like this, I wish I could say, hey, from 1 to 2, that's when it's going to be impacting where you live, and then it's out of here. It's just a setup at about any point. Tomorrow, especially Saturday, Sunday, a shower could pop up at about any time. I do think Sunday we'll see the coverage more limited to the afternoon. Here's what some of the data shows. showing. There's 11 o'clock Saturday, and again, you can see showing another big area of rain that could work its way into the coverage area there Saturday, especially into the afternoon. We're looking at Sunday, maybe some breaks in the morning. That's 9 a.m. and then it looks like into the afternoon we'll see more of those scattered showers and storms. Monday's going to be a day where we'll see some more coverage in the afternoon. After that, well, we're tracking some dry air finally, and we've been talking about this next front, this push of dry air, and a little taste of what you would typically expect here as you head on into the month of September. So it looks like finally a pattern change on the way Tuesday and Wednesday with some less humid conditions. If you do have a travel plans, whether it's college games, we're going to check in on that forecast coming up. But if you're going to the beach, I just want to show you Hurricane Earl. It's a powerful hurricane out in the Atlantic. That system is still expected to track to the north. And also Danielle, it's going what we call post-tropical. It's kind of like an extratropical cyclone now as that heads on out into the northern Atlantic. And then we have a couple of disturbances with a pretty good chance at becoming better organized over the next couple of days. But again, all this activity, they're out in the Atlantic. And some seasons, you know, you have an active season, you go back and look and say, well, we didn't see many tropical systems make landfall. Many times they all stay way out in the Atlantic and never make a landfall. But even along the east coast of the U.S., no concerns with respect to both of those systems at the moment. Our 7-day forecast at this time, we're still hanging on to those higher rain chances. And here we go, Tuesday and Wednesday, first alert for some less humid weather. High temperatures in the 80s, overnight lows around 60. But tomorrow, there's a chance that, again, in the morning, we could catch some breaks. We get into the afternoon, and that's when those rain chances go up. But certainly looks like some wet weather here over the next few days. Jill, I want to head back to you. And, you know, you were talking, Jill, about some of that long-range data right here on First Alert Weather Extra. We were going beyond the 7-day and said there was a possibility, maybe a little bit of a pattern change. And looks like, well, still some drier air on the way.
Yeah, that indication is showing up once again, Wes, and we could use that after, of course, we get that wetter period between tomorrow and the weekend. And yes, there is that possibility for below average precipitation, maybe a drier pattern 8 to 14 days out. So beyond the 7-day, we're seeing that indication showing up once again. So again, that's something we're watching there. As we take a look at the chance for above average temperatures, it's up there, but not as high of a chance until you get up to the Midwest and then stretching through parts of the Great Lakes region and the Mid-Atlantic states. And the opposite, which they need because they're so hot out there across the West Coast, is for below average temperatures. So some benefits happening across parts of the country. And we, of course, are focusing on, will we see any comfortable air? Well, there's that possibility, at least in the near future, the first part of beyond the 7-day, around the 16th through about the 19th. Those dew points are going to be in the comfortable range, so still an indication of that, but it maybe not last too terribly long. So around the 18th, all of a sudden the dew point's back in that uncomfortable range, pretty humid with that dew point around the upper 60s, 70-degree range all the way through the 23rd. So again, still some ups and downs, not, you know, kicking that muggy air possibility as we go through time for a little dip. And when those dew points do dips, well, so do our overnight lows, maybe in the 60s, low 60s. And then as you can see that humidity creeping back up again, the low temperature reflects that, and you can see upper 60s, low 70s as we get closer to that day, you know, 13, 14, 15 days out from today. So again, we'll keep a watch on that. We have to still go to Mickey's, has a ton of different forecasts for us. We'll be giving you that coming up after this break.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
Being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
Live, new, and on your side. Beginning at 9 p.m., WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
How will the weather impact your roads? The First Alert Weather app has live traffic updates and road conditions for a safer commute. This is why we First Alert.
WBRC Fox 6 News. On your side.
Hey, let's take a look at what we should wear tomorrow. Well, you know, we got a pretty darn good chance of rain developing during the day. Not so much in the morning, but in the afternoon, yep, we're expecting rain. So the rain jacket, maybe the galoshes or an umbrella and a hat to keep that rain off you later on. Starts out in the upper 60s, though, in many locations. It sure felt good out there this morning. If you're going to the Barons baseball game, it's Friday night fireworks, but Mother Nature might be providing her own fireworks. There's a good chance of rain for that game. So if you go there, just pay attention to your First Alert Weather app. It'll let you know if there's lightning nearby and you need to take cover. But there's a very good chance that could get rained out or rain delayed, I should say. If you're going to the lake this weekend, some scattered showers. You might be able to dodge some of these showers. Again, the weather app's your friend, and you don't want to be out on the water if we have any lightning, that's for sure. So just pay attention to your weather app this weekend. Down to the beaches, let's go. There's a moderate rip current threat there, and as we take a look at the future radar, we can see some showers initially on Friday, but we get into the weekend, a lot of that tapers off. Now, we could still see maybe a few showers going into Saturday, but Gulf Shores looking pretty good based on that forecast model anyway. So potential rainfall totals down there, that's not too bad. Just less than 0.2 of an inch, maybe half an inch in Pensacola. But a little further down the coastline there, you run into a little bit more rainfall. So your Gulf Coast forecast, say that correctly, scattered showers. But whenever you have something like that down at the beaches, a lot of time that sea breeze blows it inland. So I would definitely go to the beach based on that forecast. Friday's going to be a little rough, but beyond that, some scattered showers. If you want to go to the Smoky Mountains, well, we've got some showers there as well. Might be a best bet just to stay home. But regardless of where you go to the beaches or go to the mountains or stay at home, you can get all that information on your First Alert Weather app, free download on your mobile device. That's it. That's a look at our outdoor weather. I guess it all is outdoors though, isn't it? That's all I got.
Alrighty, well, we are going to be talking about, the weather outdoors as we go into tomorrow, kind of going downhill. The morning hours doesn't look too bad, so if you need to get some things done, again, do it the earlier the better. You get into the afternoon and especially the evening hours, that's when that coverage could be up to 80%. So that first alert for wet weather, it's a part of the mix. Now, over the weekend, you can see there are going to be some showers and thunderstorms scattered about, but it's not washout material. So again, if you have outdoor plans, going to an event, things like that, just pay attention to changing sky conditions. If you hear the rumbles of thunder, you can always check the weather app to see, where that storm might be. And of course, you're going to have to go inside if you're outside during a storm. And then we're talking about some lower humidity going into next week. I'm pretty pumped for even some upper 50s for low temperatures, maybe by next Tuesday and Wednesday morning. So we'll feel like fall a little bit, especially for next week. But a lot to track going into tomorrow. And of course, Wes will be back at 9 and 10 o'clock on WBRC Fox 6 News. Thank you for joining us for First Alert Weather Extra. Have a great evening.